Three, two, one. You're on the air. It is Stefan. Breaking news over here. Beatles former bassist Chas Newby dies. If you don't know who he is, this is an interesting story. Don't touch that dial. It's all going to start now. But before you go there, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified. I wasn't even prepared for this. Look at me. I'm doing things. I'm doing this, but I want to bring you stories that are interesting. And I found this one pretty interesting. So everybody, give us a thumbs up and put your comments down below. Tell me what you think about this show. It all starts now, children. Welcome back, everybody. You're on Artist on Record, your ultimate intimate conversation with your favorite artist. That's right. And if it is your first time here, do me a favor, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified so you don't miss any other episodes. Also, you can find episodes like this unedited, uncut in all access VIP in Patreon. You can always join us there. We do the interviews most of the time live, and you're a part of it. And we even have dogs barking, as we have today in this breaking news episode. But anyway, here's some breaking news. Beatles former bassist Chas Newby passed away. And this came to my attention. And me being a big Beatle fan, I'm going to tell you the truth, I did not know about his story. Chas Newby, the British musician who played bass guitar for the Beatles during the early days, had passed away at the age of 81 years old. That's right, 81 years old. God bless his soul, man. Tributes to the Beatles' first left-handed bassist. That's right, he's the first lefty. Right here, here's a picture of him back in the day. And because who's another lefty besides Mitch Weissman? Paul McCartney, of course. And he played with John Lennon. He was friends with Pete Best, a brother of the four, and also, you know what? Let me get my notes here together. God, Stefan, get it together. Get the stories together. Let's see who's in the chat while I organize this. Oh, Debbie Moeller is back. Always great to see you, Debbie. Very nice to see you. Where have you been, Debbie? I haven't seen you in such a long time. All right, so now let me get back to the band. I don't have a producer over here, so bear with me, everybody. Okay, this is Chas. He passed away at 81 years old, and we're going to talk a little bit about his story. And where does his story begin? Well, there was an interview on YouTube, and I got to give a big shout out to the gentleman that put this out there. And the only problem is I don't know the guy's name, but you know what? I'll put credit for him. God, I'll give you credit in the description. But here's a soundbite of Chas actually speaking. Check it out, everybody.
I'm on vacation from college, right? I'm back in Liverpool.
And this is where it all starts, just to rewind the story. This is him getting back with the Beatles, or what's left of the Beatles. See, in the career originally, Chas, let me just tell you guys something. They were in Hamburg, the Beatles, with Stu Sutcliffe. And I think I have a picture right here. And Pete Best. See, there's John over there. There's George Harrison. There's Pete Best in the middle. And of course, with the lefty, that's Paul McCartney. And that's Stu Sutcliffe right there on bass guitar. Now, Stu Sutcliffe was the bass player before Paul McCartney switched over to bass. Now, here's where the story gets a little difficult. See, Stu Sutcliffe ended up staying in Germany because he fell in love. That's right. Love will take you some places. Well, anyway, when they came back, the Beatles they were thriving. They were jumping. And they kind of rebranded themselves, direct from Hamburg. And this is the story from Chas saying it. Hold on, right here.
I got a call from Pete Best to get down to the Casbah Club. So I get down there, and of course, the guys are back from Germany. And there's four of them. Stuart has stayed in Hamburg with Astrid. And Pete has obviously organized it before. And he says to these guys, John, Paul, George, he'll do it. I'll do what, right? So they find me. I don't even own a bass guitar at the time, right? So they find me a bass guitar, borrow it from a good friend of mine, leather jacket, and from memory, we had about half an hour just going through the songs that they played, the songs that I used to play with Pete when we were in the Blackjacks band. It was all the classic rock and roll from the middle of the 1950s. Chuck Berry, Elvis, Buddy Holly, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, all that stuff. And so then, on I think the 17th of December, we played at the Casbah Club. Right now, the Casbah Club was underneath the house. It was the cellars, a large detached house in West Derby in Liverpool. Everybody knew who we were because they'd seen us before play at different. Pete and I had played in a band called Blackjacks. Obviously, John, Paul, George had played in a band called the Quarrymen, and now they are called the Beatles, right? So that everybody's, what's going on here? We know these guys. And Neil Aspinall had put up a poster on the outside, direct from Hamburg, the fabulous Beatles. And the punters who are this is a private members club, right? So the punters, what's this direct from Hamburg crap? We know these guys. But of course, when it started, then they knew, because these blokes, these are the four guys, Pete, John, Paul, George, with Stuart. They, in parentheses, they'd done their 10,000 hours.
And that's where it all started, history for the Beatles. They came back from Germany. They rebranded themselves. And for a short time, Chas was the bass player until Paul McCartney took it over. And some story. And the reason why Paul McCartney took it over, because Chas didn't want to continue. He wasn't for him. But let's see some of the comments right here, everybody. Check it out. Debbie goes, Mitch, my favorite Beatle. That's right, Mitch Weissman. Mitch, do you know about Chas? Well, anyway, we're talking a little bit about him, and let me do a little pop up some pictures here for you, if I could get that really quick. Great to see everybody here. Thank you all for being here. And also, I got big news here. We've hit over 5,000 subscribers, so thank you all. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's right, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you. We've gotten over the hump, over 5,000. So here we come to 10K. And then after that, it's going to be 100K. But you know what? Great to see you guys all here. Thank you for being here in the chat. Really quick, if you're coming in here, Chas Newby had passed away and at 81 years old, and we are talking about the gentleman. And Chas Newby, the British musician who played bass guitar for the Beatles during their early days, had passed at 81. The cause of death has not been revealed. Tributes to the Beatles' first left-handed bassist, also played with John Lennon. A brother of the former Beatles drummer Pete Best confirmed the news on Tuesday on Facebook. Both Pete and I and the whole Best family absolutely devastated to hear the very sad news with regards to one of the family's closest friends, Chas Newby, passing last night, said Rogue Best. Well, Mitch Weissman knows Rogue. And Mitch, if you could get Rogue on the show for us, that would be great. Many of you will know him for playing bass guitar for both the Beatles and the Quarrymen. Here's a picture of him with the Quarrymen most recently, right there, everybody. But to us, he was laid back Chas with the big smile. We'll truly miss him forever in our hearts. God bless you, Chas. The Cavern Club, Liverpool, where the Beatles began their career. That's what he wrote this on Facebook. It's with great sadness to hear about the passing of Chas Newby. And rest in peace. There's a lot of people write about this. And he was born in Liverpool in 1941. Newby was famous for his brief stint with the Beatles in 1960, playing on stage with Lennon and actually Ringo Starr, Paul McCartney, George Harrison for a few gigs. That's what it says here, but I think this article is wrong because I think he was actually playing with Pete Best. But while Lennon reportedly wanted Newby to continue on tour with the band in West Germany, the bassist declined. Instead, he just wanted to go to the university to get a good education right there. Music was never going to be a living for me, Newby said to the Sunday Mercury in 2012. I wanted to do chemistry. John, Paul, and George, right over here, you know them. They just wanted to be musicians. And he went on to teach high school. Became a math teacher, where he played in a charity band called the Rackets. In 2016, he began performing again and reformed the Quarrymen. People sometimes don't believe me when I say I have no regrets, he said. But I really haven't. I've enjoyed my life. Rest in peace, Chas. And you know what? You're a part of rock and roll history. You're part of the Beatle family tree. All the best to you. Chas Newby dies at 81. Everybody, I am Stefan. A little history, a little rock and roll knowledge for everybody. And over here, Debbie Mola. Debbie, thank you so much. Mwah. Thank you for that super chat. 5,000 over. It's been a long, long haul, but you know what? People like you, Debbie, really made it happen. The support, the sharing it out all the time. I mean, the one thing, everybody here that's been with me from the beginning, you're all great. But Debbie, you really go far out and way over the top for me. And I don't even know what to say, but I appreciate it. And you share this out. You go on other people's groups to get the word out about the show. So thank you, hon. Mwah. Love you. All righty. Mitch Weissman. There he is. Another brother. Thank you, Mitch, for that, man. Oh, man. Knuckles, Mitch. It's my favorite Beatle right there. If you Beatle fans are watching, that is the original one and only Mitch Weissman from Beatlemania. Thank you, my friend. Great musician. Great one. In the meantime, here we talk a little bit about Chaz's. I mean, some career, because I didn't know the story about this and how Lennon wanted him to be a part of the Beatles. Just picture that. What happened if he would have said yes? Interesting that he was a lefty like Paul McCartney. And what would it have been like? Him and the Beatles? It would have been another situation, just a whole nother vibe. The bass line. I wonder if it would have the same tone, the same sound, or maybe it would have Paul McCartney just took over. There's Paul, and that's Stu Sutcliffe in the background for you guys. And here's a great picture of John Lennon with Stu Sutcliffe right there. They were taken by Stu's girlfriend, Astrid. But they went on to be one of the greatest bands in the world. And Mitch Weissman, you had the honor of paying one of the best tributes to the Beatles on Beatlemania, the original, the Winter Garden Theater in New York City. Great one. Great one. Forever one of those legendary bands. Whenever we find a new story about the Beatles, it never grows old. We always want more and more and more. It's fabulous. Steve, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you very much, my friend. Knuckles. Debbie is back. That's right. As Elton John says, we got a song for Debbie, and I think we'll find it over here, and maybe I'll try to pull it up, but I got to be very careful. Now let's talk about a couple of other things while we're here. We don't want to be all gloom and doom here. It is very sad news. If you're just tuning in, Steve, and I don't know if you missed what is going on, but right over here, the lost Beatle, bassist Chas Newby had passed away at 81 years old. And thank you very much for the super chat, Steve. I appreciate that. In the meantime, everybody, I'm back. The bee is back. I was just going to actually, you know what? For you, let me see. I got to do this for you, Debbie. We got to do this. Hold on, everybody. This is all right. It doesn't have to be about me. It's about you guys. We're having a party for the short time before my kid yells at me. But this was random. I decided to come on and do this really random for you guys. And I saw this article and I had to talk about it. It's just a lot of history. Everybody who's new to the channel, check out our playlist. We have a lot of great stuff and have some great stuff coming up around the corner. We just had Bobby Blotzer of Rat talking about wanting to get back with Rat. The unedited version is in Patreon and a VIP all access. But what a great story we have. Actually, Mark Farner, Grand Funk Railroad, talking about he wants to go to Grand Funk Railroad. Now, coming up, we will be releasing, if not this weekend or next week, Don Brewer, the original drummer of Grand Funk Railroad, talking about, does he want Mark back? You're not going to want to miss that. That's coming up. We also have photographer Lynn Goldsmith, who took those album covers of Grand Funk Railroads, She was the reason American Band, the song was written about. We have her talking about her feelings about Don. And a lot of good stuff coming up here. So make sure, everybody, that you do catch those episodes, hit the bell to be notified. You don't miss any other episodes. Fixing with the Kid, he has a new name. Congratulations. It's just the beginning. Thank you very much. Knuckle. I give you, thank you. Thank you. What happened? No more Velveeta cheese? Oh, God bless you. Stay away from the cheese. My cholesterol is a little high and I have to on a strict diet, but thank you very much. Fixing with the Kid in the house, you know. Velveeta cheese. All right, but good luck with Fixing with the Kid. He's here. He's fixing everything, you know. Anyway, love you. Love you. Love you. I was just going to say something over here. Oh, yeah. So we have Don Brewer. That's already in the can. I'll be airing that as well from Grand Funk Railroad. We have Lynn Goldsmith, who did those great album covers. She was actually almost managing. She's the reason why Todd Rundgren produced them. And matter of fact, if you look her up, she just won a big lawsuit against the Andy Warhol estate because they used her image of Prince. And she went all the way to the Supreme Court. She mortgaged her home. She went all the way and fought a huge corporation. She could have lost everything. And you know what? Artist rights. She won. So you know what? Mazel and love to you. You stood up, woman. And you know what? It's women like you that are very, very strong. And here's a song dedicated to Debbie Muller, to Lynn Goldsmith. Let me see if I could find it. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I mean, picture that. Hold on. Right here. Right here, guys. Get this for you. You don't mess with women like that because they'll stomp all over you. That's right. You know who you are. I'm getting wild and crazy right now. I love it. That's right. Hold on. That's right, Debbie. You tell them. I think Bobby Keys might be playing sax in that. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Great song. Good chorus out. That's right, everybody. You don't mess with those girls. I bet I could cut me straight for that. I got to be very careful. Anyway, great songs. Great songs. And you guys are great. Thank you for being here. We hit 5,000. Let's keep the chat going a little bit. Why not? I see all these other successful YouTube people. They talk about nothing. They stay on there and they talk. They look. I'll talk with you guys if you're here. Let's talk a little bit about also. It's funny. The chat is going crazy over the rat thing. Can we talk about rat for a second? You guys are incredible. You people talking, you're going crazy. And also, we just did a random live Sunday with Eric Singer of Kiss. He was on the show. He did a special appearance. We didn't even know he was going to come on. Make sure you check it out because at the end of it, I'm trying to get off. It's Andrew Dice Clay calling me up, busting my chops. And a big congratulations to Andrew Dice Clay because he just did Joe Rogan's show today. Big congrats, Joe. He did Joe Rogan. Huge. Also, I'm going to bring back Billy Stanley, Elvis's stepbrother. He'll be coming back to the show. He got 130K views on the day Elvis discovered Kiss. So thank you very much for that. And a big shout out to Gene Simmons for pushing that out for me. Knuckles. Now let's talk a little bit about this. You know, I'm giving everybody a little congratulations here because you know what? You guys all deserve it. In the meantime, let's read some of the comments here. Let's go Grand Funk Railroad. There's a lot of people going crazy about this and in the comments, and I'll read a couple of them. Mark is, and right here, I want to read some of these from Grand Funk Railroad. We got a lot of them. D Brew to you says Mark is and will forever be the heart of GFR. Don and Mel are making the biggest mistake of their lives by not reforming GFR for one last tour to thank us fans for decades of support. You know, D Brew to you, I got to tell you something. If you're not watching this right now and you're catching the replay, You wrote that very well. I got to tell you, very well. And I think I should do more shows like this and read the comments on the show, and I will. This is fun to do. Yeah. As a fan of a band, would you guys like to um see your favorite bands and all together while they're still above ground? I would. What's this one say over here? This one. Let's see if I could read this all. It's pretty long. This is Mark Kenneth 6587. He wrote, "He is the man. I fell in love with GFR in 69. They were my favorite band all through high school." Let's see, do I have a picture I could pop up of Grandpa that I take it down? I could have took it down because I'm trying to make things here. Okay. They were my favorite band in high school. Saw them 3 times, twice at Madison Square Garden in the early 70s, and then during let's see, met Mark a few years ago and got my pick with him. Very nice man and still a great entertainer. Yeah, he is a great, and he still sounds great. I refuse to see the Grand Funk cover band out there now. Mark Farner was, is, and always will be Grand Funk. He got 30 thumbs up over here. Look at that. 30, if you could see that. Pretty interesting. Jeff Lewis, 5546. Mark Farner's a solid guy, a real man of character. Wow. How about that? Rip Washington 7948 writes, after Prince passed away, there was only one band left I would pay to see. Mother's Finest. A Grand Funk Railroad reunion would be a dream come true. That's the only other band I would buy tickets for. Hope I live to see that happen. I mean, when you see comments like that, how could you not want to get back together, guys? You know, how could you not? You know, let's see. Mitch saw GFR in the garden with humble pie. Wow. Wow, Mitch. That's damn cool, I would say. Very cool. Oh, thank you very much, Cooking with the Kid. Got the cheeses back. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I really do. And that is cool. That is very cool. Debbie, Steven. Yeah, very cool. Humble pie, huh? How would they? That must have been double whammy. It's 2 powerful bands. That's great. Back to back. Yes. Back to back together. Yeah, Debbie. I agree 100%. In my heart, I still have 100% plus hope. This is from Torn Mask 7 wrote this. 100% plus hope. My favorite, greatest, legendary rock group of all time, GFR, will reunite back together again. God bless. Enough said. Yeah, that's right. Mitch Weisman, Mother Finest, and I shared the same management. Really? Wow. There's all positive. See this chat right here on the Mark Farner chat board on this one. And this, you guys could actually see this. It's on what happened to the original Grand Funk Railroad. Can they reunite? And I got actually 21K views on that one. For me, that's a milestone to get that many views. And that was not pushed out. But Mark Farner did post this on his actual webpage. So you know what? Mark Farner needs one of these. He's Mark Farner. When Mark Farner is sharing your show on his platform, that's so cool. All righty. What else do we have here in the comments? Hold on. I just got crazy. I'm sorry, guys. I get all nuts. Let's see. Dennis Alvarez Music writes, I so agree with all the other comments with Mark on the subject of love. When you forgive anyone, you're the one who benefits from it. Mark actually is right, and we could all learn from that for sure. The cover, Robert Pasha, Pasca 4924. The cover of Locomotion still blows me away. The 3 of them together were as good as any band has ever been. You're totally right. And DCB728 says, this is 11 days ago. Don and Mel need Mark more than Mark needs them by a country mile. How about that, huh? Knuckles. That's right, huh? What about that? The Cream 14 says, Mark is and always will be Grand Funk. I saw the original band in Las Vegas many years ago. They were awesome. Mark has so much integrity. They're a great band. We'll see. I should send some of these comments to Mark. Make sure he sees them. Buffering 369 says a whole new generation is learning how awesome the original band was. Buffering 369, that's why I do the show, because we need to teach the new generation the stories, all the great stuff. And I'm your captain. Great song. Great song. And I still have more of Mark's interview. I'm going to post on YouTube. I didn't know that it was going to go this big. But if you do want to see the unedited version, it's in our VIP All Access Patreon. Mark's a lovely guy, and I think I'm going to have Mark come back on the show. Now let's look at some other stuff. Last week on the weekend, it was very rare that I did this, but I went live. It was a surprise, and this one is surprise from the Catman. I had the Catman on the show, Eric Singer. So if you guys know Eric Singer, he's currently in Kiss. He is the band, and people went crazy on there. There's one guy that was so funny. I wanted to go crazy, but I figured, why write? Go on the air and talk about it. So Tara, one of our patrons, this was a classic. This was classic. So fun. Thank you, Tara. Oakleaf, another fan of the show. Wonderful. Sad couldn't join in live. It's awesome. It's awesome to see Eric again. Great video, Stefan. Thank you, Oakleaf. ALF Argentina, Kiss fans from Argentina. I met them on the Kiss cruise. Knuckles to you guys. It was great to see this episode live. Eric was a little sleepy. You're right. He was a little sleepy. He's Eric Singer. He's been on tour for so long, the poor guy. Got to give a little slack over there. Mitch Weissman, 5045. Mitch Weissman, great show. Mitch, thank you very much. You're the best. Mr. Antonio, haven't seen him in a long time. Well done, Stefan and the gang. Thank you, Mr. Antonio. Anti7928. Now it's going to get great. Hey, it's Pretend Peter. No sighting of fake Ace. How about that guy? Pretend Peter, huh? I have a question for you, Pretend Peter. Not going to give away. If you're watching this, we got a question for you. Very interesting. Let's see what else we got here. Hold on. Very funny. Let's see. Let me go through some of the other comments here. Bear with me, everybody. Comments. We have a lot. Where they all go? Hold on. There was another guy writing to me, and now he might have took it down. I don't know what happened. But okay, the question is, everybody gets so crazy about original band members, fake band members, and all this stuff. Now, look, here's the situation. I understand where you guys are all coming from, And but the question I have for you guys watching all this stuff, okay? Some want to see Peter, some want to see Ace. We're talking Kiss now. If you were a master of your craft and you to play drums and could sing or guitar, and Gene and Paul happen to call you up and say, hey, we want to pay you X amount of dollars, but you got to wear the makeup and you got to play the role. I want you to be either Spaceman, Catman, or whatever, Fu Manchu, whatever you want to be, you be. But we're going to make this, and you got to play by our rules, and we're going to tell you what to do. Would you take the money? Would you do the show? Or you say, no. I just want to work at Costco. I'm happy there. Or you want to take command of the stage? Me, I want to take command of the stage and take the money. It's a smart thing to do, because when the tour's over, you can live a good life. I don't know why people got to hate so much. Come on, people. Knuckles for Eric Singer. Thank you, Eric, for coming on the show. Come on, thank you very much. And for the other people that are not getting what they want, I'm just a guy that hit 5,000, and I'm going to hit 500,000 pretty soon. All righty. So now, let's see over here. What else do we got over here? And all these. There's so many comments now. Rat. That was another interesting show. A lot of fun. But I'll go to the most recent right over here. What happened to the original Grand Funk? This is Mike Holman 8144. Mark is GFR. Thank you for your comment. Older music lover. Hi, Gunnar Nelson fan. She liked the episode. Gunnar Nelson discusses what it was like to grow up in the Nelson family. If you guys want to see that, check that out on our playlist. Wish Gunnar would write a book. He was fun on the show. And let's see. Rats, Bobby Blotz is back for more. I Want a Reunion Part 3. Check that out if you haven't seen it. It's really good. Brian F7012 writes, great looking box set, blows Motley's crucial crew out of the water. That's what he said. I didn't say that. This, that's right. I got to be careful what I say here because I would like to have Nikki Sixx on the show or Vince Neil or their roadie or just, at this time, I'll take the water boy. You can do it. Thank you very much. Over here, let's see some more of the comments. Rats, Bobby Blotz is back for more. I Want a Reunion Part 3. Check that out on a playlist. I'm telling you, if you didn't see it, you'll like it. Also this is Robbie. There's a new guy here. Robbie. God, his name is so long. I don't want to butcher your name, but I'm going to butcher it. Robbie Messer the Manager. 897. Thank you for your comment, Robbie. Also saw them when Bon opened. Oh, okay. Let me tell you. I saw Rat and I saw Bon Jovi open for Rat. So in the interview, I talk about that. So Robbie saw them at the same show. My first concert ever was seeing Bon Jovi open for Rat, he's saying. I like how Bobby is honest about the business and the communication. Thank you, Robbie, for your comment right there. Nice guy. Nice guy right there. Look at that happy face. Give him you get one of those. You get one of those. Okay. Also, we can't forget Mitch Weissman. It is his birthday tomorrow. That's right, Mitch. Mitch Weissman, come on down. It's your birthday, and you look beautiful, Mitch. That's right. That's right. You just won a Ford Escort from Stefan Adika. Well, not really, bitch, but you know what? I love you, and don't worry about anything. All right, Mitch. Happy birthday, my friend. Okay, and let's see over here. Anything else we got here? Let's see. Okay. Mr. Reality, he writes about remembering Robin Crosby of Rat, Bobby Blotzer. He just comes across so arrogant. Oh, so I could picture what people say about me. Oh, oh my goodness. Let's see what else the comments are. Anything else good here? There was a couple of good ones that not here. I don't know where they all are. But anyway, that was a couple of the comments. I think we should go live once in a while. Do you tell me if you like when I read the comments out loud over here with you guys? Because if you want to see more of that live, me reading comments from the board, and I'll do it. Just tell me what you want to see and what you don't want to see, and I'll do it. And if you don't want to see it, I might still do it anyway. So don't worry about it. I always say to myself, to be or not to be, you just gotta be. You know what I'm saying? That's right. You gotta be. You get it, right? That's right. Be. That's right. Oh, I'm so nuts today, everybody. Read the comments. I think I will read the comments. Yeah, that's right. You guys, who else wants to see that if you're here? Talk to me a little bit. Having fun with you guys this evening. We hit 5,000. We hit it. We hit it. Whew. That's right. That's right. We hit it. Ready? That's right. We hit it. Hit it. That's right. 5,000. 5,000. 5,000. Read the comments. Okay, I think I will. I think I will be doing this a little more often. Read the comments. That's right. It's a lot of fun hanging with you guys. Debbie loves it. We'll do it. We'll do it. You know what? We're gonna do it. We are gonna do it. All right. Enough of that. Okay. Now, anyway, in the meantime, thank you for being here. And I had to talk about the Beatles story. I thought it was interesting. It was something that I didn't know about. So it was nice to share with you guys in real time, unedited. And for the most part, I'm going to do more shows like this in Patreon. And then I'll come out once in a while and do this. I got to tell you something. Thank you all for the super chat. Really, everybody. You don't have to do that stuff. And you do it. And you know what? You believe. And there's a lot of times it makes it hard to do this channel. And I want to quit. But you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm not quitting. And if you don't want to see me quit, I'm not quitting. That's right. Don't cry for me, Argentina. All right, I'm having fun tonight. Love you too. Love you too. And thank you really again for sharing the episodes, for doing the super chat, from being here in the beginning. The show has changed a lot. Still want to do some vinyl games. I'll figure something out. But in the meantime, we have a lot of great interviews that I have not aired. Chris Spedding, Don Brewer. There's so much in there. There's even more Glenn Matlock. I mean, I can't even think what's in there. Oh, Elliot Laurie, who wrote the greatest song, Brandy, You're a Fine Girl. We got to release that one too. I have a lot of great stuff. So I will be releasing them, and I will be bothering people to come on the show and make it better and hold out for the best guest. And we'll do more of this stuff. But in the meantime, I like reading the comments. I really appreciate everybody, positive or negative, in the comments. Thank you for writing on the board. I really want it to be an open forum so we all could be open. Just no politics or religion. We don't put that there. You can't do that. But keep it smooth, and maybe don't curse. I'm from Brooklyn. I like it, but people might get offended. We got to watch that. We can't have potty mouth these days. It's a different world we live in. But if you don't like a band, put it in there. But don't like hate the band. You could have your opinion. And if you love a band, put it in there. If you want real members versus fake members, put it in there. I love it. I like it. I like to see, but the one thing, can I say one thing? It's only rock and roll and we like it. And rock and roll music is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to let your hair down, whatever you have left of it, but it really is supposed to be fun and to forget your troubles. So it's okay to have your comments, but don't get angry and upset when we post the comments or you talk about it or somebody says something, because if you say something, expect to get something back at you. But in the end, let's all get along with each other, because the one thing I've learned doing this channel, life is very short. And you know what? In the end, we don't take much with us, but your heart and soul and the good that you could do on this planet while we're here. So let's be kinder, and that's all. But keep your comments, keep the jokes, keep the ball busting. I'm all about it, Well, let's just try to be a little more love. A little more love in the world is not a bad thing. And I want to make this channel that type of channel, a place where people want to hang out and have fun with me. And I'm not a real interviewer. I am a celebrity. But no, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And you know what, Steve? I'm from Minnesota. Speak first, think later. I do that all the time with my interviews. I have a couple of liner notes on the screen, what I'm going to talk about. And the problem is I never go there. But that's what makes my interviews fun, because you never know where I'm going to go. But thank you guys so much for being here. I really, truly appreciate it. And thank you very much for getting me over 5,000. Help me get to 10. Let's get to 100. I want to get to 500. And I want to do this because the people, who didn't believe, who wanted to doubt me and said you couldn't, it can be done. But always be yourself. And that's what I'm going to try to do. That's all I could be. I don't know how else to be. I mean, I wouldn't be really good trying to be like Fixing with the Kid. I couldn't do that stuff. I don't do that stuff. Picture me with a lawnmower, eating some Velveeta cheese. It's never going to happen. No offense. It's never going to happen, And everybody else out there, thank you. Love you. Okay. I am Stefan. You are beautiful. And thank you very much for being here. Again, thank you all for the super chats. I totally appreciate it. You blew me away today. I wasn't expecting that from you guys. Very sweet. Give you a big congrats. Thank you, Debbie Muller. Thank you, Mitch Weissman. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Cooking with the Kid or Fixing with the Kid. He's like Sybil. He doesn't know who he is, but I love him. Gotta bust some chops. But anyway, thank you so much, you guys. Everybody else who's not here tonight, you were missed. We're thinking about you. And in Patreon, make sure you check us out there, you Paint Your Happy Bill, because I got some stuff. We got to do some stuff. I'm going to come up with a plan. Until then, everybody, I am Stefan. You are beautiful. It's time to get out of here. And like the Beatles say, all you need is love. And let's just keep it on that message. Until then, everybody, We'll catch you all later. Remember, who loves you, baby? We do.